so today I'm here with Jasmin D, who also goes by Average Arab Girl on Instagram. We decided to collaborate and make a cinematic visual video of making hummus. And we're actually going to step through how you actually make it step by step for you guys today, because that's what Jasmin's page is all about. So in the video, Jasmin, we used canned chickpeas, but you've got some fresh ones here. So what are the major differences between that?
So if you want to make traditional hummus, which originated in the Levant area of the Middle East, it is much better to use fresh boiled chickpeas. And if you are in a rush, you can use canned chickpeas and use the aquafaba that's in that can. But if you want for a fresher, tastier, traditional hummus, it's much better to have them fresh and boiled and prepared for you.
So what are the other ingredients we would need to make this?
So in order to make a traditional hummus, you would need lemon, salt, olive oil, and tahini, which is sesame oil. First step is to put your chickpeas into the blender. So let's do that. Next step, we're gonna add some water, but not all of it. So we're just gonna eyeball that, okay? So after you put the chickpeas and the water into the blender, you're gonna cover it and you're gonna blend this first, because this will give you that really good thick consistency, and you'll blend it for like max 10 seconds. So you're gonna only blend it for 5 to 10 seconds until you reach a very thick consistency. So this is the consistency you wanna reach in order to make a very traditional hummus, and then you can start adding the rest of the ingredients in.
All right, so what are the next steps or the other ingredients that we have to add to this?
So we're gonna have to add half a lemon, half a tablespoon of salt. It's really up to you and your preference of salt. You can put less or more. You'd have to put at least 2 tablespoons of tahini to make it that hummus, traditional hummus consistency, and then 1 tablespoon of olive oil. And feel free to add some garlic. I always add garlic. I at least add like 1 or 2 cloves. So we're gonna squeeze half a lemon in. This is a very key ingredient to your hummus. So you're gonna take the lid off. So you're adding your half a lemon into the blender. Next, a key ingredient of the Middle East, olive oil. You're gonna add 1 tablespoon into the blender. This makes it much easier. Just add it in.
Jasmin, this next ingredient, the average person might not have ever come across this, so could you explain it a little bit more?
So tahini that's the Arabic pronunciation of tahini. This is just pure sesame seed oil, and it's a very key ingredient for hummus, and it's also used for falafel and many other foods in the Arab world. So you may notice that there is a layer of oil sitting at the top, so you want to mix it well so it can look like this when it's going into the blender. So you're gonna want to put in 2 tablespoons of tahini. This is also a very key ingredient to make a delicious hummus. We're gonna do that one more time. So the next step is to add some salt, and this is to your preference. I put like half a tablespoon, but some people really like salty food, they may add more, and some people don't like salt, so they'll add less. So we're just gonna add half a tablespoon of this, and let's add it in. So like I said before, you don't have to put in garlic, but it does make your hummus taste delicious.
Jasmin, you mentioned before you don't want to blend it too much, so how long do you blend it now with all the extra ingredients in it?
So I would say about 10 seconds. You're gonna notice that when it's blending, it's still at a thick consistency, but you can't see the chickpeas anymore. That's the perfect consistency. If you keep blending and blending it, it's gonna turn out like a hummus smoothie. Okay, we're gonna blend. So once your hummus starts to look like this, you want to do a taste test. If you want to see if you want to add some extra lemon, tahini, olive oil, salt. So let's just do a little. Tastes delicious. I think it needs more tahini. When you've made hummus as much as I have, it's really hard to get exact measurements of hummus, so we just go with the flow. So it's ready now and it tastes delicious, but if you want it to be smoother than this, just add some water. Start blending it and then pour in your water. That should be enough. So at the end, this is how it should look like. It's a thick consistency and it's not dripping like a smoothie would. So actually this plate is from Syria and it's a traditional hummus bowl, but you can put hummus in absolutely anything. So let's pour it in. So if you like to take pictures of your food like I do, I like to do finishing touches of olive oil and some za'atar. But if you're just going to eat it, it's simply ready, but let's do it anyways. Just gonna add some za'atar. That should be plenty. And then some olive oil. And voila. All right, so the hummus is ready and it's time for John to try hummus for the first time.
I've always been a guac or a salsa person. I've always avoided this when I have the option.
Just let me know how you like it.
I think I now have to order a third side when I order chips. But as always, let's recap.